Okay, so you had a chance to hear Anne's story and how TMS changed and saved her life. Surprisingly enough, we have her husband here. We just got the idea that hearing he's part of the story, the way how Anne changed over the time, and he's probably the most knowledgeable about that. Let's forget about the scientific proofs and everything what we said. Can you please explain to me how that looked like?
Absolutely. So, over the course of time, from the start of our relationship, um, you know, we've dealt with a lot of blows from lost loved ones, from pets to her parents to a bit of just alienation from
Hmm.
friends and family. So we we continued down the road of taking medication, seeing how that worked.
Hmm.
We definitely never wanted to have to go to the drastic route of going to the hospital, but if that was the case, then we were going to have to do it. But I mean, we were blessed enough not to have to do that. But it's interesting because to kind of put in perspective for people out there, there was a time in her life when I noticed a change. I noticed a complete change. It was when we first met,
Hmm.
very in the very first
Hmm.
time. And she said to me, my life has changed. And that's when she lost her dog. And that was Asha, or it was her dog. It was kind of, I kind of came in late, but I kind of knew something was kind of like gonna be
Hmm.
different,
She lost like emotional
it
support,
was
right?
different. Well, it's yeah. I mean, she has a higher. It's not that we all have connections with
Mm-hmm.
people, but it's like she does have she had a deep connection
Mm-hmm.
with Asha, and in the ones that she's closest to, she has a deep connection. She really does.
Yeah, many
It's like
people
we
do.
all do.
Yeah.
So I think that time kind of was rough, on us, and it kind of spiraled, and we just kind
Oh,
of
the
went
build up,
the
right? The
build up, and we
stressors
kept
and
on trying to, just try to stay afloat and keep her working. It was hard for her to work, and that was one of the things I mean, she's able to kind of turn it off, and that was the kind of and be able to. But sometimes it was hard, There'd be days where she did break down, or it was a rough day, or and so we kept on continuing to look and continuing, but it's almost like the girl that I had before that moment. It's like when she got through the first week of it,
Mhm.
I noticed that was kind of her almost. She
Wow.
was
Wow.
almost there. Naturally, we all have to go through, you know, our dark night of the soul, and this was one of it. I guess this was it,
Yeah.
and it was a big dark night, and we all have to go through it, and we all go through it in different levels, and we all can take it depending on the person.
So week by week, did you recognize how
Well, it was the
this
first
how this
week, and
yeah,
that was the great thing. And I kind of thought to
absolutely.
myself, well, this is changing the chemistry of the brain, and that's what I was trying kind of thinking
Hmm.
to myself. And I was like, yeah, this is changing the chemistry, and actually, a it's going to be a benefit to her each time she goes back. And so, we get up, and didn't matter what if it was early, we could try to get
Uh-huh.
up there and see your wife,
Yes.
because she would be like, I want her. I don't want to see. I don't want her. I don't want you to take her from me. So, so
I
she,
know she, but that's a good side of and
yeah,
because that's the funny side, right?
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
fun, and I'm sure, and I want to hear your answer. You like new Annie, right? You like new successful Annie, smiling,
Mm-hmm.
making jokes,
Mm-hmm.
and being passionate about everything in life. And I'm telling you, the topic which we had about a month ago was holidays in, I
Yeah.
believe, Colombia or somewhere, like going at the beach.
Uh-huh.
And then I stopped her and I said, "Do you remember when we were talking about such a dark things?" She He said, yeah, it's like a centuries away. No, it's just a couple of months, okay? And please tell me, how do you like New Anne?
Well, naturally, I love New Anne, but I loved her, and, and this is kind of how you, um, when you know you love the one you love, it doesn't matter if she's feeling bad
Mm-hmm.
or feeling great.
Mm-hmm.
You love her still,
That
and
you beat
that's
me. You
it's.
beat me. That's the perfect answer, okay?
I mean, I don't know if it's the perfect answer, but I think you figure it out a lot as you go. You know, you know, you get the training wheels off, and you're able to actually ride the bike. You know, and that's kind of how it feels like. I think with CPTSD
Mm-hmm.
is because it feels like you're trying to get back on the bike. You
Okay,
know,
and she's definitely there right now,
I think
right?
so, yeah. And
Okay.
I think the combination of, she has such a hard drive. She's like one of the one thing about her breed of dog that she had was it was a Belgian Malinois. And it's a lot like her when it comes to when she wants to help or do
Mm-hmm.
something for people or, or just the community here in, where we're living and that's the heart that's kind of her heart and it's kind of unique in its own
I
right. So,
remember getting a text message from you, probably about around maybe
oh no.
a half of the course of the treatment,
Yeah.
and you said something like, "Hey guys, thank you so much." And at first I was like, who is this? And then I saw the signature, Daniel,
Mhm.
and his husband,
Mhm.
and it was very inspiring for us. It keeps us going, and it's. It's actually a success story for us. And I wish that we can repeat the story over and over and over again. We are growing, our Hope treatment growing. And as you know, even without insurance approval, we took Anna. The reason was she really needed it. That she was, I recognize her call for help, and we try it. It worked. We worked out with insurance. Meanwhile, she
Mhm.
got the full course of treatment,
Mhm.
and now she's where she is. I would like to thank you also
Mhm.
for coming and for
Mhm.
stepping out
Yeah.
and offering your side of the story.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
and
if I would able to actually add the one thing that I'd like to say about this, this kind of goes into our current situation, but just let's like kind of picture, like have the people out there picture in a sense, this is the high speed rail, like for like, like a railroad
mhm.
for like the United States for mental health in a sense.
Thank you so much for
Because
describing it like that.
you're right there and you're able to do it,
Hmm.
and if we just had that ability, you know, and we
I
connect
will
you'd
repeat.
be able to
I
connect
really wish
get
that
us to connect get people
everybody.
to connect back to themselves,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's unique
that's
in its own
important.
right. So
Yes, but people need to do their part. That's
yeah,
also, and Anne was like by the book. Anne was whatever we told her to do, she did it, which is remarkable. Again, thank you so
thank
much.
you so much,
Okay.
appreciate you.